There was a time in my life when everything seemed to be going perfectly. I had a stable job, a circle of good friends, and I felt like I had everything under control. But then, out of nowhere, everything changed. I lost my job. It wasn't just any job. It was the one that gave me security, stability, and confidence in my future. The news hit me like a punch to the stomach. The moment I heard, I felt like the ground beneath me had disappeared. For the first few days, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. The thought of telling my friends and family made my chest tighten. I felt embarrassed, like I had failed in some way. I tried applying to new jobs, but the rejections came one after another, and soon my self-esteem began to crumble. I couldn't understand why this was happening. How could I face the world now? How could I rebuild my life? Days turned into weeks, and still nothing changed. I kept asking myself, what now? It was hard not to sink into despair. The fear of failure, the fear of uncertainty, it was suffocating. It felt like every step I took was met with a setback. But then, one evening, while I was sitting in my apartment staring blankly at my computer screen, I remembered something my grandmother used to say. Curiosity is the spark that will always lead you through the darkest places. That night, for the first time, I looked at my situation differently. I stopped seeing it as a failure and instead saw it as a chance to start over, to learn something new. I decided to embrace curiosity instead of fear. Instead of asking, why me? I began asking, what can I learn from this? I started researching new skills I could pick up. I watched videos, took online courses, and immersed myself in the world of digital marketing, a field I had never considered before. With each new lesson, I felt a spark inside me. It wasn't about finding the perfect job right away. It was about discovering new possibilities, new directions, and most importantly, new strengths within myself. A few weeks later, I landed a small freelance project in digital marketing. It wasn't much, but it was enough to show me that curiosity had led me to something meaningful. It was a turning point. Instead of letting fear rule my decisions, I realized that my curiosity had opened the door to something new and exciting. The job loss wasn't a dead end, it was a push into a new adventure. The more I worked, the more I learned. I faced challenges along the way, tight deadlines, difficult clients, moments of doubt, but each time I used curiosity to navigate through it. What could I learn from this situation? How could I improve? Little by little, my skills grew, and so did my confidence. I came to understand that life's greatest challenges aren't meant to break us, they're meant to shape us. The moment I embraced curiosity and allowed myself to grow, everything changed. I wasn't defined by my failure. I was defined by how I chose to respond to it. Today, I look back and realize that the hardest time of my life led me to a better version of myself. The key wasn't in avoiding the challenges or running from fear. The key was in leaning into the uncertainty with curiosity, learning from every setback and using every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Life will always throw challenges your way. Some will feel impossible to overcome, but the way you approach them makes all the difference. Curiosity can turn obstacles into stepping stones, and perseverance can turn failure into success. So, if you're facing a challenge right now, don't be afraid, be curious. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation help you grow? The answers are often hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to discover them. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Every challenge is a new opportunity, and with curiosity and perseverance, you can face anything life throws at you.